we'll go over a few of the details here and play around with them. What I'm looking for is just movement right now. We're just looking at getting into a position. Rob, so we got our half guard, right? He's got a shoulder against the face. This can start to suck, okay? So all I'm trying to do is move him with this arm and a bridge. Just enough so I can get my knee in. I mean, I'm not just gonna be able to do this with my arm, right? It's never gonna work. Nothing's gonna happen. Rob's just gonna laugh and probably drive his shoulder into the face. Maybe not, he's kind of nice. So once he gets meaner, he's gonna do that. So I'm gonna actually accentuate it with my bridge. So I'm gonna one-legged bridge and push at the same time. I like to turn my hand up. A couple questions, where am I placing this? If I can go closer to the temple, that's better. And a lever, right? If I'm on his neck and he's like squishing this way, a little bit harder to move. If I come up to that, I can move his head and end a lever a lot easier, okay? I don't wanna go too high because then I get into head-arm choke territory, okay? So just a couple of little things. I'm here, I'm bridging, I move him. I keep him here. Then I move my hips out, my bottom leg is pulling, just sit up here. My bottom leg is pulling, my top knee is driving into him. It's not like a full knee shield, it's not a high knee shield, low knee shield, it's just my knee into this pocket here, okay? So I'm here, I'm gonna take this, drive, out, knee, okay? From here, I overhook, and I wanna hook this arm as close as possible. This hand, try not to like double up on this. This is gonna be my option hand. If I can like L grip at that elbow, it makes it very easy for me to like pop into like triangle territory, or if I'm here, start to work up to my base, right? And then we can come up to our dogfight and stuff that we were playing around with. So we're here, squishing, yeah, okay. I'm moving in, extend, out, knee in. Overhook this arm, this one comes on the inside. I do like a little T-Rex thing, or if he's extended out with this, I'm looking to like grab or just post. Okay? Play around with that. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Got our half guard. He's in. One little thing, if I can get onto my side at any point in half guard, it's probably better for me. Like rule of thumb, if I can get slightly onto my side, he's gonna have a hell of a time squishing me. As soon as I get my full shoulders on the mat, this is where he can start to get squished and it starts to suck. Okay, so a couple of little extra details. I'm gonna just keep this arm like in. If I can get it posted on like the thigh, excellent. Try not to like grip everything in. That makes it so me trying to get space is very hard if I'm like, nope, I'm hugging Artem, right? So I'm trying to gain space off of this. Drive, come out, hip in, right? I want to have this knee driving in, and like if I'm just here, what's that feel like?
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing. I start to drive. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was good.
Felt
Yeah.
a little bit?
Yeah.
Right? I'm trying to be like, make him feel something. Like, and it's gonna be pain.
I feel like more on my thigh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's just miserable, right?
Yeah.
Nah, there. Right, that's my style of jujitsu, make them feel miserable and laugh. Okay? So from there, I overhook this arm and I want in. If he still has his hands gripped, I'm now gonna keep moving my top knee down and into him until he posts out with this arm or does something. If he doesn't post out, he falls over. Right? So most people are like, I'll just bring this knee out a bit. Yeah, right now you have a good base. Most people are like, I made it to top, I want to stay there, I want to make my life miserable, so I'm just going to do the opposite, push, right? And then I'm going to wrap this arm. Get this one like little T-Rex arm, push it out. If I can L grip there, awesome, like my little Lego man hand, bam. Okay, so now I'm gonna look at getting my bottom knee or my bottom leg into play. If I can bring it through and get it onto the hip, this is a great little position. I'm gonna bring that one up, right? I'm just clamp guarding him. So I'm here, I'll move around a bit. Okay, I can keep him here. I can grab the end of the lever of his arm, even better. Right? I can come into like triangle choke territory. I can go omoplata. I can do a whole bunch of fun stuff from here. It's all miserable for him, fun for me. Okay, so I'm here, and let's just play around all the way through here. Okay, bridge. He bases out, allows me to get that knee in, overwrap this arm, start to get my space. From there, I try to get my bottom leg or foot to the hip, and now from here, I bring my knee up. Then we're just gonna play around with this. Okay, we talk with our partner and go say, hey, go about 20%. Try and get out at 20%, not 100%. I'm still learning the position. So, oh, sorry, I punch him in the nose, go try and get out. But I'm here. Now, move around, Arnold. Okay. Trying to move, and I'm just trying to hold it, right? I'm trying to stay on my bottom hip. As soon as my hips get flat, that's when I'm in trouble again, right? That's when I go, then that's when I really, like, last resort, pull guard. This is a boring position. This, much more dynamic, and I have a lot of options to choke them out, sweep them, all that stuff. This is boring IBJJF. Okay? Don't be boring IBJJF. Look for better positioning. Yeah? 3, 1. Oh, do you want to see this?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah? Tony. Right? Yeah, he's up. So we're gonna do it. He's like, why did I get up so quick? Okay, so I'm here. Okay, I have this on like a thigh rather than like gripping in. I mean, I love hugging Tony like this, but we're gonna play around with jiu-jitsu and drive out knee. If I'm nice with my knee, he doesn't care. Drive my knee in, a little worse. Yep. Grab. Okay. Lego man grip, foot to thigh. This one now comes up. I'm trying to clamp this knee down to the mat here. Now move around a bit, Tony. Pull me across the mats, whatever you want to do. I'm just trying to bring this knee down. Try not to hang it like this. Shin down the spine. Worse?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, got it.
3, 2, 1. Okay. We'll kind of look at end game stuff here. All right. Okay. So we've moved, right? We get out, we get that knee shield, we get this top hook, right? It's in nice and deep. From there, I like Lego man grip to that arm. I just want to hold him here. Now, if he's still got a decent base moving forward, I drive my knee into him, right? That sits him back. If I'm here, I get up to this hip, I bring this up and he tries to push me on my back, right? That's fine. I have all this in, this leg comes through, right? Now I have a whole bunch of horrible stuff that I can do to Tom in this. Move this way. So we're here. I've moved him, knee, and Lego member, right? Up. I got long legs. I'm not that flexible, so it's not a flexibility thing. It's just kind of moving my body in the way that it naturally moves. Then I bring this up, right? If he stays here, cool. Wrap this around, get the triangle. If he moves into me and he's trying to push me back, well, he's created this opening, all this space here. Up, grab. And I can either just lock my ankles. I have a little bit longer legs, so I'm gonna fully lock this in. And I'm gonna keep this overwrap on the arm. If I can keep this overwrap on the arm, it prevents him from posturing up. If he postures up, well, I have my beautiful armbar that he's like, I don't want to posture up. So then, what's his next option? Stay low, okay? Like he fights from here. Well, sweet, thank you. Then I wrap up my triangle, right? So I'm giving him 0 options here. I'm like, well, I am. I'm like, do you want to be armbarred? Do you want to be triangled? Do you want to be triangled and armbarred? Right? Yeah, it's like, what do you want to do? And it's all just miserable for him. Okay, so I'm here. I've launched that through. Get this Lego man grip I'm trying to like control the inside, like the inside space here. Now I got an arm through, up, right? And if I can, I'm pinching this down and I'm trying to like have him down as low as possible because that makes this a lot easier. But if he's trying to posture into me, that's fine, right? Up, lock, in. I keep this, right? Just for these guys, Tom's gonna posture up. He's gonna be like, oh, that's there. He goes down. He's like, I don't want to posture up anymore. Pop this around, and I can come into my triangle jump now. So I have options. You want to see that?
Kind of,
Yeah? He's like, yeah, 100%. Cover your tongue. So, right. Spin it that way. There. Anyway, so I end up here, right? Lego man grip, or like I'm just framing on that arm, however I want to think about it. I think of humorous things like Lego man grip because that's what sticks in my head, right? That's probably why you hear me laughing while I'm rolling, because I think it's hilarious that this is a stupid name that some jiu-jitsu guy came up with. I'm like, I'll use it, right? So I'm there. Now, when I have all this and I bring this through, one little thing, try not to knee them in the chin. They don't like that. I don't like that. So bring it like low and in. Then I bring this up. I want to be pushing them down, right? I want them to be like eating mat. From there, if Tony goes to roll me to my back, through. I keep this hook, right? So that way if he postures up, I just move this down. I got my armbar, right? If he doesn't like that, he comes back down. I grab my shin, cut my angle, walk up my triangle, and I can go back and forth. There's a beautiful little system off of like the triangle. You can go like armbar, triangle, omoplata, gogoplata, and you can just like chain all these together, sweeps, all this fun stuff. We just need to get to that position. Yeah. So let's look at getting to that triangle position and then play from there. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. It's bottom half. We've looked at the top half as well. We'll circle around to that probably next week. But playing around with bottom half, if like triangles aren't your thing, we have that shotgun armbar. If we don't want that armbar, we have like a Kimura system. If we don't want to play any of that, we can just come back up into Dogfight, right? And it's one of those positions where you're ending with like a whizzer hook. Arden, cover. So when I'm here, and I have all this, and I've moved them around, and I have this, like the over hook. Once I come up into Dogfight, it becomes like a whizzer, right? And the thing is his arm is like nice and high on my back, which is awesome for the whizzer. If it's down to my hip, my whizzer becomes like just kind of, yeah, it becomes nullified. But since I've put him into this position, now if I want to come up, right, I need to get some weight on this arm so I can remove this post. If I just remove this frame, if I just remove this, he can grab, he can use that arm, yeah, he can smash in, okay? So I need to make it a viable option to remove this. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push him with like a push with my legs and with my upper body that way. So now he's on that arm, it's busy for a second. I can come up to my elbow, then I can come into like this dogfight position where we're both on our knees and we're kind of fighting back and forth. Right? With the whizzer, I'm probably gonna like control head, and then I can come into darces, I can come into my front headlock series. I have a bunch of options, but I need to make that forearm busy by making him put weight on it, making him post, whatever it is. If I just try and remove it and come up to my elbow, he's just gonna grab it and probably smash me onto my back. Okay, so I'm here, right? I have all this. I'm Lego man gripping all this fun stuff, but if I don't want to do triangle, I don't want to do this, or I don't feel like it's an option, I'm gonna push him that way just to try and gain. You good? Sorry.
Yeah.
There's a bit of, you might have a bruise on your hip. So I'm here, right? I made him put some weight on it, bring this one out, and then in one motion, I'm bringing that inside leg there. I'm trying to keep my shoulder above his, right? Next thing I need to do is control his head, okay? Because if his head is lower than mine, we've went through the options where he can bear hug, he can like come through. But if I control his head, I don't care about that anymore, right? So now if he tries to like rotate into me, it should be fairly hard and fairly easy for me. Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want to see it?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tony, you're up. So, here. Oh, you're gonna make me work? Alright, and get that leg line grip here. Okay, if this arm isn't busy and I go to like sit up to my elbow here, yeah, he just like slams me onto my back. I make this elbow busy by like pushing with one, this knee that's at his hip. Two, I just kind of push this out that way, right? Now I can bring this up, try and grab that arm. Okay, nobody wants to, bring that one up. From here, there's a couple of ways, like you can crown of head. I wouldn't go neck, I go like right on that ear. Nobody wants to turn into having their ear smashed, and I'm just here, right? Now turn in. Doesn't want it until I can come into like a front headlock, darce, all these fun things. And then we go from one system, which is our triangle system, to our front headlock system, which is like darce, anaconda, guillotine, arm in and arm out. Clear on it? 3 to 1.